Welcome to the Indian Express Online. Union Budget 2016 was out today and it has been quite disappointing with the Indian automobile industry. With me, I have my colleague Ashish Jha, who's going to explain how is it going to affect the industry.
So because there are 4 points over here that we need to take note of. The first one is the Finance Minister said in a statement that there will be a cess of 1% on all cars that are above 10 lakh rupees. The second point over here is there will be again a 1% tax on petrol, CNG, LPG cars which are under 1200cc in capacity. The third point, which concerns all the diesel cars, is all the diesel engine cars which are under 4 meters and below displacement capacity of 1500cc are going to be impacted with a 2.5% tax. And the fourth and the final very direct implication that the budget is going to have is that the luxury cars and SUVs are going to be hammered with a 4% tax implication. Now, the trouble is that we are already, we are facing, the entire automotive industry is facing a crunch time because the announcement of BS6 was announced some time back, and the companies are already experiencing a great amount of investments to be made to meet those levels. And there were huge expectations from the Finance Minister this time to make the budget pro automotive industry, but that did not happen.
So these taxes that you explained, are these the all new taxes or the probably extension of the existing taxes?
No, these are in a way these are new taxes, completely new taxes, because the restrictions that we had initially were towards size and engine caps, but these are applied to cars almost across the board. If you look at small cars which are above 1200cc are going to be impacted. Then there are cars which are under 1500 but above, under 4 meter, they are going to be impacted. Then you have SUVs which will be impacted, diesels which will be impacted. So it has had a very widespread implication on all the cars, essentially speaking.
So now I would come to the companies basically. What companies do you think are going to get affected the most out of because of these new taxes? Right.
So I think the luxury players like Mercedes-Benz and BMW are definitely going to get impacted in a very negative way. Then you have mass players like Hyundai and Mahindra, Toyota, which will get impacted. Small vehicle producers like Maruti, for example, produces a lot of cars which are under 1200cc and which are smaller in size. So Maruti probably in its core segment of very small cars will not get affected to a great degree. I also foresee the entire announcement being focused around cars to have a very positive effect on the two-wheelers, especially because there are a lot of reforms, a lot of good announcements that were made to help the rural sector grow. So I think...
I was coming to that only.
Yes.
All the taxes levied or the announced today basically, they are around cars.
Yes.
Yeah. So do you think two-wheeler sales picking up?
Absolutely. I foresee that happening, yes. It will take a couple of months for sure for the entire trickling down effect to take place in a good effect. But of course, the two-wheeler industry should see a good spike going down the months. Another actually very interesting thing that I want to point out is the entire focus on rural is also going to benefit cars in mid to long term, because the rural reforms are going to enhance the buying capabilities of people living in those areas. And there will be a heavy demand for at least the entry-level cars to, say, the B segment cars. So there will be that point of a threshold which we will reach when the automotive industry will start gaining because of the rural reforms that will happen. But that's quite a bit way off. I'm expecting that to happen only after a duration of 12 months to 15 months.
Right. So how do you rate the budget overall?
From an industrial and sort of automotive perspective, it's been very dull, very negative. But if you look at look at it from an overall economy point of view, especially because the concentration has been on rural sector.
Correct.
That will have a much greater impact. We are probably looking at it from a very vertical standpoint, look at it from a horizontal standpoint, and there is a lot that we take away as good pointers for the country.
Thank you so very much, Ashish, for explaining it to us. Thank you for watching Indian Express Online.